I'm JD.
And I'm Swiss Cheese.
And I'm Mom.
We're here to discuss JC.
We're coming to you from Taylor Christian Community Church in Taylor, Pennsylvania.
We're going to do our daily bread. The Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants. Psalm 34:22. What's that say to you, Mom?
Well, he redeemeth the soul of his servants, and to be a servant to the Lord, I think a lot of that has, like, being his hands and feet and doing his will, doing good works, like, in the community, with your family, trying to always keep him in your brain as, you know, what would he do? What would Jesus do right now? And you will be redeemed. What about you?
JD.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with everything you said, you know.
Well, you don't have to, but you
well,
could.
Yes. But yeah, living his will instead of yours and serving him in everything that you do. Not only by mouth, but by doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, helping your community, giving back, being charitable.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, living his will instead of yours. Because our will is not good at all. And his will is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. I think giving generously, just being careful. You might be the only Bible that somebody reads in their life.
Yeah.
And you want that to be inspiring, not discouraging.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of be the example that you think he would want. So what do you think a child of God would look like and how they would behave?
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping that in mind when you go throughout your day.
Yeah. We're all representations of him.
Oh, yeah.
If we say we're Christians and we have him in our heart and we want to live a life for him, then we have to remember that we're like his logos or his trademark or his, you know, like everyone that looks at us that knows we're Christian, that's what a Christian is to them. Mm-hmm. So always be mindful of that.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start...
Daily joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. Daily joke first.
So we have a joke. And it's, how does Moses make his tea?
How does he make his tea? He brews it. We're also going to start the next couple of podcasts. We're going to talk about each of our testimony, which is basically, when we say testimony, what we mean is, how did you come to where you are in your faith right now? So this week we chose Nicole, and she's going to talk about where she was, where she's been, how she got to where she is now. So, Nicole.
Okay. Yeah. I was very lost for many years. Many different reasons behind it. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss. And it wasn't even that. I liked to pretend like, oh, I just don't believe. I just don't believe that that's like even a plausible thing. But it was more that I was mad. I was pissed off. Why do I have to go through all these things?
Pissed off at who?
God. Why do I have to go through all these things? Why is this what I need to go through? My heart was hard. It was heavy because I felt I needed it to survive. So that way nobody can hurt me.
Well, I personally know your childhood, and I know that you were raised to be a Christian. When you were younger, you went to Sunday school, you had your first Holy Communion. And then, as you got older, we
I
stopped.
lost my biological father at the age of 5.
You lost your father at 5. But even after that, you went to church. We went, took you to Sunday school. You did your first Holy Communion. So what happened between then, which was about age 9 or 10 on?
Just went through a lot of hardship, a lot of bullying, even in the home. The stepsister and stepfather, it was just toxic. And I don't blame you for that, but it just was what it was.
Yeah.
And so I had a toxic home environment. And then on top of that, whenever I'd go to school, I was bullied as well. And it's just why. I don't know, I was just mad. Mad, wanted to rebel, just I wanted to escape. I wanted to fit. More importantly, I just wanted to fit in with somewhere. Right. Because I didn't fit in with the people who played sports, and I tried, I was on the cheerleading team. I was on 2 different basketball teams. I was tap, jazz, ballet, baton twirling. I did a whole bunch. And I just didn't fit in their box. And I wanted to fit somewhere. And I knew that I could fit in with the rebels, with the punks. Because they don't really care. As long as you party.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then obviously that led me down a horrible path of just making mistake after mistake. Fabricating lie after lie. Making bad choice after bad choice. Cheating. Just, drinking, drugs, smoking. Unfortunately, I haven't let that go. Smoking cigarettes. But, yeah.
And then something happened, when you were 16.
Yeah. I was in a very serious car accident. I went off an embankment that was over 300 feet down and landed upside down at the bottom of it with the car on fire. Climbed back to the top. Unfortunately, a young man lost his life in that accident.
And you were driving.
Yes, I was driving.
And there was someone else with you, right? Or
Yeah, I had 2 passengers. One passenger lost his life.
So what?
So I was mad at myself. There was nobody on the face of the earth, even though they tried very hard. There was nobody on the earth that hated me more than I did because of that. And then that created fear because, again, I like to pretend like I didn't believe that there was a God. I like to pretend that I didn't believe that there was a hell and a heaven and any of it. I like to pretend that I didn't believe it, but I did. And so I was scared, terrified that because I was the cause of somebody losing their life, somebody losing their brother, somebody losing their grandson, their son, their friend, that I was going straight to hell. And many people agreed with me and made sure I knew about it.
People like who?
People that knew him. Family members, or his friends. Younger people mostly.
So
my age group of people.
He was young.
Yeah, my age group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then after that...
And then I convinced myself I have to make myself believe that it's not real.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There's a different twist.
Yeah, I have to believe that it's not real because...
Otherwise,
I'm going straight to hell. If it's real, it's a wrap for me. I don't want to suffer for eternity. And
so how did you do that? How did you prove to yourself that God wasn't real?
I just kept doing wrong. And I just kept trying to say it to myself and convince myself that it didn't really matter anything I did. So, I hurt a lot of people along the way as well.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Mm-hmm.
Other family members. And other people that I called friends.
Yeah.
or that I called my partner.
Did you have a lot of friends come around you at that time of the accident and try
No,
to
I had a lot of
comfort
friends
you?
turn on me.
Yeah.
I had very few friends that understood it wasn't malicious. Maybe less than a handful actually
Mm-hmm.
stuck by me and, tried to show me that I was loved still.
Mm-hmm.
But a majority of people that were in my life just turned on me in an instant, which caused a huge distrust in anybody and in anything that anyone said.
So, after your accident,
I had a son,
you had a son.
and for a while he was the only reason for me living, to be living.
Now, I know you think he's a blessing now. Did you understand it was a blessing then?
I don't know if I'd say a blessing. Back then. More just like my reason for breathing.
Mm-hmm.
More just like, yeah, I can't. But it didn't stop me from being reckless either.
And you didn't give God the credit for, hey,
No.
thanks for that lifeline.
No.
No,
I didn't.
So how did you come to your faith that you're in right now?
Well, there was a lot of really dumb decisions that followed that, where I could have very easily died again, and I was not, and obviously not dead. So, one of those decisions was I was just going to leave and go to Pittsburgh. And I ended up breaking my ankle and dislocating it. So I wasn't able to walk. I wasn't able to run anymore. I was forced to sit down with myself, and I realized really quickly how much I hated who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And how much I hated the things I was doing
Mm-hmm.
to myself and to other people. Because another part of that was, yet again, I didn't have anyone that really...
No one came
I had
by?
a select few,
Yeah.
again, that actually would come by to see me and hang out with me. And even still, they weren't great people. And I realized, because I was at home, right? So I'm not going to be drinking and doing drugs and partying right at home with my parents there and everything too. So I realized really quickly the people that did come and see me, the friends that I did have, weren't good people. I didn't actually like hanging out with them sober.
Right.
Don't have much in common with them when you're
Yeah.
all sober.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, yeah, there was just a lot of very forced self-reflection. And I started to realize that I needed to change. And I needed to change for me, but also really important reason was for my family, for you, for my son. I needed to just be a better person in general. And so it was a work in progress, but I stopped with all the lying and I still kind of tried to run away here and there after I got back on my feet, but it didn't ever go well.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was at that time you were ordering books about different religions.
Oh yeah, I was
'cause
searching
all you could do
too.
was read and watch TV, and so you wanted all these books about Buddhism and
Buddhism,
Wiccan,
and
all that.
Yeah,
So-
I was researching into a lot of different things. I was realizing how empty I was.
Mm-hmm.
I realized how alone I felt.
When you're alone,
Mm-hmm.
you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
And I kind of liked some stuff from, Viking tradition. Oh, there's many different gods. And then I kind of liked some stuff from Buddhism, but I didn't resonate with really really, really resonate with any of them. So I kind of like made my own ideology in my head. And I was like, well, I believe in a creator, but I believe that we're all connected. Like all the plants and all the people and all the animals, we're all one being. Like we're all connected. And yeah, I kind of believed like you make your own reality sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very full.
And because I was there, I can talk about a little bit of it because I was there. Mm-hmm. But just to let everyone listening know, I was praying for her for years for her to come back
Including
to Christ.
The night of the accident.
And yeah, well, I'll talk about that at a different time. But that was kind of a big moment for me, was when you had your accident. But when she was getting all these books of different religions, and, you know, part of me was like, Nicole, no, there's only one religion, and you need to be going back to God and going back to Christ. But I felt if I did it too forcefully to her, she's just going to push away more. Mm. And
you were definitely right.
And because I knew your personality, and I didn't want you to come to him that way. I didn't want you to be forced. It wouldn't be real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was praying and like just letting you read all that stuff and praying that you would find your way through all of that back to Christ. And I think it was like, what, a year after? It was about a year till you were healed after your ankle break.
Yeah, because I had to have 2 different surgeries on my ankle.
Yeah.
And still yet it needed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think it's when you and I had the deal of we pick a movie. Mm-hmm. One week it's my turn, next week it's your turn to pick something to watch.
Yes.
So you can talk about that now.
Well, it was your turn to pick what we watched. And you're like, okay, we're going to watch The Chosen, the first episode. And I was like, wait, what? I thought we were only watching movies. And you're like, nope, this is my choice. Because it's a pretty long, they're pretty long episodes for it being a series.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever, Ma. You know. And we sat down. And if anyone has watched The Chosen, then they know. But for those of you who have not yet, it's about Mary Magdalene.
The first episode is about, yeah.
And I related a lot with the demons that she had and the struggle that she faced. She lost her father. I lost my father. Mm-hmm. She had a lot of issues with being sexually assaulted and raped. I've gone through that more than I'd like to admit. But I was in tears. Needless to say, I was bawling my eyes out like a baby during the whole episode. And I don't think that I even faced you during it.
No.
Because I didn't want you to see that it was making me a mess. And then the episode ended, and I waited for a little while. So I thought you were going to to watch the next episode. I wanted to watch the next episode. And then I think you turned the TV off. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what are you doing? Why are you turning the TV off? Oh, what'd you say?
I said, well, we were only watching one. You said only one, so there we go. But I think that day we watched 3 total. Mm-hmm. That day.
Oh, I was hooked. And then that night, for the first time since I was probably about 5, when we were going to church regularly, was the first time I prayed with a genuine heart and a genuine need, genuine longing, that if I am meant to follow this path, if I'm meant to go down this road, that I needed a sign that I couldn't consider a coincidence.
So you prayed for God to show you something.
Yeah. And then I went out on the deck the next morning. My coffee and my cigarette. And I'm obsessed with animals. So I've learned many different facts about many random different animals. And woodpeckers fascinate me for many different reasons. They are actually considered the carpenters of the forest. And it's because they never nest. They never have their young in the same place more than once. And they thought that it was so cool that all these different species of animals rely on this woodpecker just doing what a woodpecker does. Like, I don't think, anyways, that they realize that they're providing homes for porcupines, bats, owls, squirrels, all of the animals that can't make their own little den in the side of a tree. And I just love them. I've never been able to see one in person at this point. I had never been able to see one in person, and I've always heard them and searched for them. And so I'm sitting out on the deck that morning, the very next morning, and I hear a woodpecker. Maybe I'll get to see one for the first time, you know. Mm-hmm. I saw not one, but 7. And it felt like a little tap on the back of the head, like, hey, you see me now?
Yeah.
Hey, do you hear me now? Like, you know I have your number.
Yeah.
You know, I've just been waiting for you to ask, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I think even still, I didn't go full bore because my heart at this time was still very hard, very guarded, very heavy. And so I kind of put it off on, it'll be good for Joey. It'll be good for my kid to get to church. It'll be good for him.
Yeah, because you started coming here with us. Not every week, but you started coming to this church with Joe and Bobby.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying to Pastor, well, it's good for the young ones to have this as a foundation. And he was kind of concerned that you weren't coming for yourself at that point. Mm-hmm. But then...
I was, though. I just wasn't ready to admit it.
Yeah. And then I think there was something you went to, the chiropractor.
Yeah, I had gone...
The next day or two or something, right?
Yeah, I had gone to the chiropractor because I got back problems. I'm an 80-year-old. But, I got sat down next to this man, and I thought I'm, wearing the facade pretty well today, I wear a smile and be happy. And, this man, he had his one leg was amputated, and he had a fake leg, and I was like, oh. And I think it was, like, painted cool or something. And I said, oh, that's a really cool design that you have on that. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, thank you. He's like, I don't mean to overstep, but, like, are you okay? I'm like, wait, what? Why? What about me says that I'm not? Mm-hmm. And it was just another way of him trying to talk to me.
Why? Who was he?
I mean, God.
No, I mean, who was the man?
Oh, he was a pastor. Yeah. Sorry. I skipped over that part.
Yeah.
But he, introduced himself, and he's like, I'm a pastor. And told me what church he was from, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But.
So then, after that, when did you, is it a slow process? Is it like...
can't say that there's been any real, specific instance, really. But it's just been like a series of events that have shown me and proven to me that it is just an incredible opportunity to be a child of God. Mm-hmm. And to see the difference in other people, and to see the difference in myself, and how much better I feel, and how much better of a person that I am.
Okay.
Because of Jesus.
Yep. Well, I mean, the woodpeckers would have done it for me, but I guess you're a little tougher customer.
And he knows.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. I personally know like a lot of different stories, not just yours or your mom's, but he always knows how to reach who. Like he always knows exactly how to reach your heart, like reach in and just grab you. Like and then once you let him in, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like that other version of you was a former life.
Yeah.
You know,
that
like
person is dead.
that person has been buried, you know, and all the things that person did too are redeemed. You're starting over. So
Absolutely.
And repentance is acknowledging that was wrong and not doing it again.
exactly. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. We are going under the name of Not the 99, and there is a website and a Facebook page that are of the same name. So we hope you will listen in and check us out. And thanks for listening.
God bless. Stay safe. And always tip your Uber driver.
Always tip your Uber driver.